Oh, have these things been added to the background with each chapter? Yeah, I figured that's why I didn't try it, because I was like, you know what? I'm already... Hello? Oh, hi. Yeah? You're fine. What's up? Hi.
If you're busy, I'll catch up with you later.
Yeah? Yeah. We'll talk later. This is my... Hey, chat, this is my brother, Water. Uh, Water Cage.
Hi. All
We
right.
just finished
See ya.
Clear Obscure, the DLC.
Oh, there's DLC.
You didn't see? There was a free,
Uh
There was a free patch that just came out last night. Added a whole new
oh,
area, dungeon, and boss fights.
I haven't even finished the post game yet. I don't think I can take on the
Alright.
DLC.
Never mind. Okay.
All right. See ya.
See ya. That's funny. He was like, I saw you alone in a voice chat. Because I use the voice chat in Discord for my Fugi. So, okay. I really need to eat. So before we get started, I'm just gonna chomp down real quick. I'm so sorry, guys. But I'm gonna get some water. And I'm drinking your namesake. Yeah, the DLC was fun. I just got frustrated near the end with that boss fight. Guess I can find some something to put on for you guys. Marble racing, maybe.
Say yes to simple.
Okay. Really? I guess I feel like at that point, it's just like
Chevy Silverado,
the bragging
the
rights
best
of
from day one,
beating that fight, right?
and the best for the road ahead. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
I apologize in advance for my model to look so weird. Ooh. The fact that people have already beaten is crazy. What is this?
We'll be doing that. Hey everybody, I'm Greg Woods, fresh off my poker game where I got cleaned out by several of these teams. Who knew that aces and eights is not a good hand?
Greetings to everyone at Marble League 2025, hosted by the O-Rangers. We're about to begin our sixth event, the 5-meter relay.
Well, there is the current lineup for the standings. The Wisps and the Oceanics still atop. Raspberry Racers moved up into that third position. Snowball's also trending well along with the Blackjacks. Ready for heat number 1. O'Rangers, Green Ducks, Cobalts, and the Pinkies. Shout out to Brian Biggs, by the way, for the Pinkies. O'Rangers quickest out of the gate, and here come the Green Ducks in the middle. It's a great last couple of handoffs.
Really? They
Look
kept
at
the mechanic
anchor
in?
right
That's
for the
crazy.
Cobalts. Meepo brought it home and won it by half a length over the Green Ducks. Each of the top 2 do advance. Mallard, the captain, 6 thousandths behind. O'Rangers and Pinkies do not advance. Shout out to Diana Vietti
Maybe that's what we should watch.
as we get ready in this one.
Is the boss
Momo,
fights.
Speeders, Galactic, and Racers. Speeders up on the top lane. They've won this event multiple times over the years. And they look to try to do it again. 5 times they have won the gold in the 5-meter relay. And in doing it, set a new Marble League record. Hipping the Limers there by a good 3/10 of a second.
Savage Speeders for setting a new record of 6:908.
Looking pretty strong on that one. Snowballs, Mellow Yellow, Limers, and Balls of Chaos. Snowballs in the top lane. Here's Mellow Yellow resurgent after the first couple of handoffs. Will it hold? No! Snowballs run to the line and win it. Once again, the anchor proving the difference. And another team that used their captain for that final handoff. It was Snowy bringing it across the line in front of the captain of Mellow Yellow. Yellow also advances. Blackjacks, Oceanics, Bumblebees, and the Midnight Wisps. Midnight Wisps looking good on that first handoff. It's all Bumblebees. Now it's evened up. Bumblebees try to fight through and do. They will move on along with the Oceanics. Blackjacks and Midnight Wisps ran a pretty good run. Wisps trailed off toward the end there. Fairly even, at least among the top 3. So by times, there is 9th through 16th. 7-4 down to 7-7. That leaves 8. 2 semifinals await.
Mellow Yellow?
By the way,
I don't think so.
Partway through this event,
I think the odds are stacked.
if you aren't decked out in merch yet, cheering your team on, there's still time. Check it out on yellowsmarbleruns.com. You can also get behind-the-scenes content. Check us out on Patreon. And check us out for the semifinal. Cobalt, Snowballs, Momo, and the Oceanics. Momo with the lead. It's growing. Now it's a challenge to the line. They will advance along with the Cobalts. Momo gets it in a time of 7:2:04, 6 milliseconds ahead of the Cobalts. Just a 10th separating the top 3. Snowballs and Oceanics come
He probably used the whole
just
budget
short.
on those cutscenes.
Green Ducks, Bumblebees, Mellow Yellow, and the Savage Speeders in semifinal 2. Green Ducks lost out big. Speeders, here they come. They will not win it. That will go to Mellow Yellow, but they will make it to the final once again. Savage Speeders always seem to be inevitable in this event. 34 thousandths between them.
Hey! Oh! Mellow Yellow won!
They won this in 16, 17, 20, 21, and 22. 5th through 8th are set. So who do you have for the gold in the 5-meter relay? Mellow Yellow, Cobalts, Savage Speeders, and Team Momo. Mellow Yellow quick on the top lane. Momo trying to move up into second place. Not there yet. Speeders are well behind. Mellow Yellow will go wire to wire and win gold in 5-meter relay. Once again, Captain Yellow
I had
doing
to
work
eat
on
some
the
dinner real
anchor
quick.
leg. Almost 7 seconds flat, and that's a 2/10 victory over the Cobalts in silver, and Team Momo get the bronze.
Congratulations.
Also,
to our
shout
winners
out
of
to the
relay.
Fussmans
In third
and
place,
Memphis
we have
Blue,
Team
just
Momo.
married.
In second, the Cobalts. And in first place, Mellow Yellow. A fantastic showing for all teams.
It really was. Mellow Yellow looking very strong when they needed it. Speeders might have expended
that
too
cat.
much too early. How
You
about the
manifested
Kobolds?
it.
That is their first main Marble League medal since 2016. Who's counting? But that was exactly 3,250 days ago. Well, there you have it. 25 points to Mellow Yellow and a gold medal. Silver to the Cobalts, bronze for Momo. The Speeders, multiple champions in this event, come just short of making the podium in fourth. What does this do to our overall standings? Shake it up a bit. Oceanics now lead by 7 over the Wisps. Raspberry Racers still holding in third. Look at Mellow Yellow jumping 5 spots. Cobalts up 4 as well. Blackjacks and Pinkies trending downward. For the first time, we venture outside of the stadium for a
Okay.
triathlon. It was a long trek out here. We actually did it late last night. I had to stick a lantern
guys
on the
waiting.
saddle to get out here. It worked. I mean, we made it. That was the first.
Oh god, I got scared. I thought my slot was gone. I was like, what? Okay. Welcome back to some Tiny Bunny. Today we are continuing on into episode 4. The last thing that happened, I think, was that the girl that was bullying us disappeared. Yeah, episode 4, Stomp Your Hooves and Wait.
Я сама не поверила, но Лилия
Couldn't believe it
Павловна
at
на
first,
работу
but
не
Lilia
пришла.
Pavlovna didn't come to work today.
Контрольная отменяется.
Test is off. I remembered Katya. She was both beautiful and mean. Katya, the first girl in our class whose body started maturing to the envy of all the other female students. What? The maid was a gossip, a snake, and a bitch. I continued scribbling on my notebook, drawing rows of pines and 2 small figures, flying between the treetops in the full moon. Right, because we put on the put on the mask, and we like transformed a little bit. Shivers ran up to my shoulders, sneaking playfully under the hem of my shirt. Even though soaring through the sky felt so simple, there was still something evil weighing me down. The culprit was definitely still in the village. They were hiding something horrible under a mask of piousness.
А что ты рисуешь?
What are you drawing? Embarrassed, I covered the notebook as if there was something shameful about the figures above the
Да
forest.
ничего. Так,
Nothing really, just
дурака
fooling
валяю.
around. Lena put her elbows on the desk. I'd already forgotten how light and graceful she was, just like a violin. The anger and rage that boiled inside me yesterday during our phone call subsided, hid in a hole. Right, because she said something about, like, let's just be friends. And he, like, freaked the fuck out. I just couldn't stay mad at Polina. Wish she could also jump around with us after stripping away her mask of fake mundanity. I smiled, imagining Polina's skirt flapping in the wind, the stars sparkling all around us, her asking in bewilderment whether it was all a dream, and myself telling her that it doesn't matter. Polina's expression grew dark again.
Ужасно еще и то,
It's also
что Катю
tragic
не
that I find it
жалеть
difficult to
сложно.
empathize with her.
Я правда
I
ищу
tried
в
so
себе
hard, but then I
сострадание,
remembered all her
но
nasty
вспоминаю ее
deeds,
поступки,
and Polina shook her head.
и я чудовище.
I'm a
да.
monster, aren't I? No, I thought. You're one of the most beautiful girls I've ever met. But alas, you're only number 2 on that list. I decided not to say that out loud. And so now he's in love with, like,
Плохо,
Fox
наверное,
Lady?
что исчезновение
Right,
Андрюхи
Kat?
расстроило
I
меня
have...
больше, чем
Okay, there is
пожар на
one
Солнце.
weird thing about this visual novel. That I felt like they've written things, like, kind of weird. Like, there's just been a couple times where, like, I've raised my eyebrow a little bit. With the writing. Because, like, they're all in, like, high school, middle school. So some of the comments he's made, like, obviously he's like a middle school boy, but it's still like kind of weird. It's not okay that I felt worse when I lost my questionnaire than when she went missing. My nostrils picked up the smell of candy, tree resin, and fireworks.
Ты потеряла анкету?
You lost your questionnaire?
Да.
Yes, somebody out there is
Кто-то
reading
сейчас
other people's
читает
secrets
чужие
now.
секреты.
Yes, the forest. I thought, imagining the crooked branches turning notebook pages, touching the childish handwriting with their icy twigs.
Надеюсь, ее
I
найдут.
hope the search goes well. I was unsure whether she spoke about Katya or her notebook. I wanted to ask her about it, but then I noticed Polina's intense stare directed at me.
Что?
What?
Ты будто
You've
изменился.
changed. I smoothed my hair flat, surprised.
Просто не выспался.
I just didn't sleep well tonight.
Сегодня ты
You're a
точно
different melody
какая-то
today.
другая
Some
мелодия.
mysterious ancient
Очень.
tune. I thought about the flute's melody, streaming between the bushy treetops.
Надеюсь,
I
ты
hope you
никому
haven't
не
touched
рассказал
anyone,
про наш
told
вчерашний
anyone
разговор.
about our chat yesterday.
Что
Of
ты?
course not. She nodded as if acknowledging that she can fully trust me. I was unsure whether I made her such trust. Her hair cascaded down around her shoulders. The smell was so wonderful that it sent me flying toward the glowing stars in my inner cosmos without any magic. Vyasha jumped at me like that Jack-in-the-Box toy and yelled in my ear.
Опачки!
God.
А чё это у вас за суры
Having a lovey-dovey time, eh?
Ты чё, очкарик,
Hey, Four Eyes, you trying to pick up Polina? Polina came to my help, even though I didn't ask her to. Or maybe I did with my entire appearance?
Что за глупости?
What's with this nonsense?
просто
We're just
друзья.
friends.
Твоя
Is
подружка,
he your girlfriend
значит?
then?
Ходишь вместе за
Do you
платьями
go to buy dresses
с
together?
этим педиком?
Никакой он не педик. И вообще, отвянь от Петрова.
It must like not be like that bad of a term in other cultures. Maybe, I don't know. I needed to do something, but I just sat there, clutching the edge of my desk. Ramka gave me a deriding snort. A girl
Баба
saved
тебя
you,
спасла,
ugly face.
уродец.
I'll let you live for now.
Живи пока.
My enemies left the classroom guffawing. Polina showed me a sad smile.
Будь сильным.
Be strong. I wanted to scream that I couldn't. I couldn't be strong and stand up against these bastards. Couldn't stand up for myself or anyone else. I'm pathetic. I want to disappear into the forest, dig myself into the snow. I want to go home, get under my blanket, far away from humans. Polina left, and the thoughts that were terrorizing me finally made me weep. Yeah, I guess it is like the time period, maybe. I stayed late after school again to escape Ramka's ire for my rash act of talking to Polina, which meant I had to drag my feet toward home in the twilight. A bored school janitor scraped his shovel against the asphalt, and the upperclassmen blew out smoke that formed clouds similar to dialogue bubbles in comics. I wanted to fill those bubbles with friendly words, but there was nothing friendly about the icy stares those guys gave me. I was leaving the unpleasant world of stale buns and nasty insults. Someone shoved me near the stairs. Didn't their parents teach them to apologize? I crossed the village and slowed my pace near the bridge. I turned my head around looking for my fox friend, but neither she nor my other new friends could be seen anywhere. I was met with a silent forest. I felt like a crouching predator pretending to be asleep. It still watched me with one eye from under half-closed eyelids, and I walked through it, my fingers gripping the backpack straps, looking at my feet through a pair of glasses. Oh. Once again, black shadows flashed among the naked trees, shouting the name of a girl, who was most likely already dead over and over. The sunset fizzled over the pine tops, like a flame from a gas burner set to a minimum. I walked forward, trying to hide my head and my shoulders, avoiding the sight of the crooked trees. The house was a dark stain on the white snowy blanket. The front door was open and swayed slightly in the wind. It felt like my skin was getting covered in rime. I clenched my fists. Darkness oozed into the hallway and snowflakes floated inside along with it, landing softly on the rug. A pack of vultures that sensed their food. I stepped into the doorway with the utmost caution. For a moment I thought I heard someone talking in the kitchen, but it turned out to be a radio broadcast. The previous mentioned cyclone is getting even closer to the region. The official forecast for tomorrow suggests gusts of wind reaching up to 70 kilometers per hour. Emercom of Russia has called on citizens to exercise extreme caution. The roads are closed off, the cold air streams coming from the Arctic are bringing massive blizzards. I heard voices coming from the upper floor too. The staircase let out a long squeak. I took one step, yet my heart managed to beat 6 or 7 times in the meantime. The door to my parents' bedroom was ajar. A shadow play unfolded inside a light spot. Black silhouettes were performing a dance of hatred. Mom hissed at Dad, her wrists flying towards the ceiling. He towered over her, his hands crossed on his huge chest. We're all in danger, and it's your fault. Stop lying, you saw him in the village. He found out where we live. It wasn't him. I've read about the things your buddies are capable of in the newspapers. So he was like embezzling and got like in too far. I ran towards my bedroom. My parents were in the middle of another quarrel where they showered each other with mutual accusations. Dad let out a low, beast-like roar. Make them stop. Oya stood in the corridor, pressing her little palms against her ears. Her face, swollen from crying, made my skin freeze. What happened? They're going to divorce. I hugged my sister and held her tight. My tongue refused to listen to my commands, to look for excuses. I felt like the screams were coming from every direction, right and left and up and down, splitting my head apart. Swear words rained down on us, so we covered our heads with our hands like refugees running from a bomb. Are the ads done at this point? Sorry, I didn't even notice. That premise reminds me of this show called Ozark. I think I've heard of that. Is that the one with the main character from Arrested Development? Swear words rained down on us, so we covered our heads with our hands like refugees running from a bombing. I want to escape. To your room? No, far away. Lead me to Neverland, you promised. Carefully unglued Oya's hands from her ears and led her away from the room with our parents, which was vibrating in malice. Your fault. For whom? Your own and only your own. I would never. In moments like these, I despise them more than they despise each other. I bolted down the door to my room and leaned against it. My knees gave way. Look, Oya, I also hate it here. At least you can go to school. He's gonna lead her to the forest. I let out a sad laugh. Let's go. Hey Ash, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. What are you guys playing? We're playing a game called Tiny Bunny. It's really interesting, but also has a lot of trigger warnings. So if like psychological abuse or physical abuse is triggering for you, this game covers some heavy topics. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, or slurs. But yeah, welcome in. Enjoy your stay if you decide to stick around. Oh, 14. Nice. I want to play some 14. I'm really excited for the patch next week. That school is one big nightmare. Everybody hates me. There's only this one girl who isn't making fun of me. She takes pity on me instead, like I'm a beaten dog. You're not a dog. I don't know who I am anymore. But the outside world is clearly no better than our home. You know a better place? Let's go there. We'll fly or swim. Only we could do that. I would have sacrificed everything to escape and take you with me. Oya's upper lip trembled. Swear? Put on a bitter smile. On my own life. Something hit the window's ledge on the outside. Excuse me. Oya shuddered and shifted her gaze towards it. Bam. Another snowball smacked into the window's frame. Were you expecting someone? Didn't reply. Said I let go of her wrist. Oya wept in fear. I crossed the room, wincing from every shout coming from my parents. I could hear plates getting smashed now. They must have moved their argument to the kitchen. Flung the curtains and the window open. Hooty, Teddy, Wolfie, and most importantly, the charming Elisa stood outside waving at us. Olya gasped in surprise when she saw the owl girl.
Я же
See, I told you.
Да, знаю.
Yeah, I
я
know.
тебе
I
всегда
always
верил.
believed you.
Кто они?
Who are they? Her fearful voice also had some curiosity mixed in.
Чтобы в такую
Only the most
погоду
boring
дома
children sit at
сидеть,
home in weather like
надо
this.
быть очень скучными детьми.
We still have so many games to play. But let's not play all of them. My paw hurts. Play a little, then rest. Come on, come out to play and dance. So creepy. My heart started beating faster as soon as I saw Elisa. My inner voice practically screamed, "She's here! She's finally here!"
Они знают,
They know the way to
попасть в
Neverland?
Небыляндию.
They entertained that possibility looking at the animal kids.
Может быть. Пойдем
Maybe?
и узнаем.
Let's go find out. Dude, you gotta... Seriously? What about keeping your sister safe? The silhouettes of my forest friends promised to free us from sadness, anger, and nightly horrors. Okay. I guess that makes sense, but... Like... I don't know. Made sure that all your wore warm clothes. Clothes, sorry. Ugh. My mom barked at Dad like a wild beast from that show with Nikolai Drozdov. A Soviet and Russian zoologist, traveler, popular science advocate, and a TV host. Featured in the Inside the Animal Kingdom program. He is famous for his infectious optimism and overwhelmingly empathetic attitude towards animals. We sneaked past the rumbling kitchen and into the snowfall outside. Lisa ran up to me and hugged me tight, poking her cold nose into my neck.
Как же
Took so long.
долго! Пока мы вас
I almost got
домоседов
old
ждали,
waiting for you
так
shut-ins.
не состарились.
She pressed her body into me even harder. Turns out waiting is so tiring. Yeah, right. At this point, the parents are our worst threat. I wonder though if this is Paulina, maybe she like friend zoned him to make him like run towards Elisa. Phew. Give me a minute to catch my breath, because he's like now like deeply in love with her. Very like quick shift. I was preparing to leave for a long time once, and when I was done, I forgot where I was supposed to go. Leah looked at the owl with suspicion. She still giggled when the bird did a backflip and landed perfectly on her feet without staggering. All the other animals, as if on cue, stopped fooling around and stared at Olya in amazement. That's a girl who didn't want to become friends.
Меня зовут
My name is Olya.
Оля. Раньше
I was afraid of you
я
before.
просто тебя боялась.
The animals, the kids are all predators, while Anton is represented by the rabbit, and Olya might be. They might represent how predators lure kids to take advantage of them. Yeah, for sure. I mean, the candy, promising like freedom, taking them on
Тебя
like fun
испугала
trips.
наша совушка.
You're afraid of our Hootie? Maybe she has owl phobia. Can you hear that?
Главное, чтобы
Doesn't matter as
ребенок
long as
не
she's not afraid of
боялся
having fun.
веселиться. Иначе с нами можно
Oh, she might get scared to
умереть
death
от
with us.
страха.
I was stunned at the realization that my lips were slowly forming a smile. Every time I met Elisa, it felt like I crossed a river, and the sound of flowing water suppressed all of my negative thoughts.
Какие
Costumes
у
are
вас
so pretty.
красивые костюмы.
Olya's gonna get hurt. Cause do they have a mask for her? The fox girl let go of me and squatted beside Olya. Oh, she does have a bunny on her, bunny pin on her hat.
О,
My, what a
какая
cutie.
очаровашка. Антоша,
Why did you hide such a
почему
cute
ты
creature
не
from us
отдал это
before?
милое создание раньше?
I glanced at the house, worried that our parents might see us and were about to ruin our fun like they always do. Then hugged my sister and replied,
Давайте
"Let's
отойдем
get further away
подальше.
from here."
Запросто.
Sure thing.
Оля, а ты знаешь,
Hey, wait, do you know how to
что
find
в
Grandpa
нашем
Frost in our
лесу где-то
forest? a legendary figure similar to Santa Claus hailing from Slavic mythology. He is often depicted wearing a heel-length fur coat in red or blue, a semi-round fur hat, and a pair of Russian traditional winter footwear, Valenki. His face is adorned by a long white beard and he walks with a long magic stick. He's said to bring presents to well-behaving children on New Year's Eve. This is the Union Cross they didn't want us to see. Oh yeah, like the Vulpes. Father Frost. Oh. My little sister's eyes widened. How? You need to follow that sweet trail. Lisa bent down and took candy out of the snow. Oya raised her hands in amazement. She gave me an inquiring look and I nodded. No! No! They didn't even let us choose this time. My sister munched on the candy. Wait, do we have Grandpa Frost in our forest? Why didn't you tell me? He's basically the one that puts snow on trees. I did this afternoon. I sleep during the day. Right, I told you while you were sleeping. Lisa dashed away, wiggling her red tail like a torch's flame. Oya went after her without thinking and laughed after taking another candy out of a snow pile. You're so lively, it makes me sick to the stomach. And you stop being so passive. Run with us to Grandpa Frost. Well, there's still presents left. No way. I don't believe the fox's tails unless 10 pounds of sweets drop on my head right now. The aforementioned sweets started raining down the bear's head. I couldn't stop myself from laughing at him, ouching and bobbing his head up and down. Tasty treats glistened in the snow. Teddy sneezed and pulled a little bear in the north candy out of his ear. Take an hour-long nap and then count all these chocolates. I suspect there are no more than 3 pounds here. Lisa shouted at us from the other side of the forest. Maybe in another life. Oh yeah, Grandpa Frost is already tired of waiting for you in his castle. I shrugged and ran, loosened the grip of fear I felt all this time. Something round whizzed past my temple. I decided it was a snowball. But then Oya proclaimed, Zephyr? Type of soft confectionery popular in post-Soviet countries. It's made by whipping fruit and berry puree with sugar and egg whites with subsequent addition of a gelling agent. Its chocolate-coated variants shares the same family of treats with American Malamars, German Chokokus, and Iranian Bastanis and Mistani. Don't pick it up, it's dirty. Oh, do you believe in microbes? And you don't? I used to. Graceful rows of colossal pines greeted us with their rustling paws. Snow drifted upward into the endless black sky just like last time. Snow piles lighted up like melted silver. So pretty, and I thought the forest was scary. I feel so icky about this. Oh yeah, I don't like marshmallow. Parents told us scary stories of the forest, owl, and the snow. But we weren't one bit worried playing with her when we moved. I did my best to keep track of Olia's movement, but it was a difficult task. My sister would jump inside bushes, picking up more candy, only to then get back to the trail laughing. Hootie flew over our heads, landed on a branch, started hooting and shaking her head. Wolfie dug into the snow with his face, dragging out a pile of bubble gum, and swallowed it without taking off the wrapping. Yeah, I'm sure. Your tummy will hurt. Wolf got scared and spat out the gumball. Lies, 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 nasty flies. Tummy aches don't exist. All that nonsense only happens to grown-ups. Lisa stopped in her tracks and moved a canopy of intertwined branches to the side in a pompous manner. Like he would open the curtains in theater. What? Behind that obstacle lay a clearing. There stood an ice castle glistening with silver. Is this real? Should I pinch you?
Не надо ее щипать.
There's no need to pinch her. We stared at the sparkling miracle. Its towers and walls are made out of snow and icy marble. I heard a calming sound of ringing little bells. There was also the smell of chocolate and burnt sugar in the air.
Милости прошу к
They
нашему
live here?
шалашу.
Welcome to our humble abode. Come on in. She didn't have to invite us twice. We entered the castle, spinning around and squinting from the blinding sparkles. What the fuck? Grandpa Frost sat atop a shiny throne. Puffy Pom Pom swung atop the two peaks of his hat. A snow-white beard covered his kind smile. He looked just like I imagined him back in the day when I still believed in Mom's fairy tales. Tall, strong, and hairy, radiating frost and warmth at the same time. His voice low and syrupy, enveloped me like the smoke of a festive bonfire.
Антон и Ольга.
Ох, и намучились же вы,
ребятки, пока сюда добирались.
Что ты
Oh no, Grandpa, we got here really
быстро
fast.
дошли.
My sister spoke with the castle's master like she never spoke with adults, in a lively, carefree manner, as if they were the same age.
Знаю.
Of course, I know all about it.
Все знаю. Мне мои
I have a lot of
друзья
friends, they tell me
докладывают. Кто был
Been diligent all year, I will bring you
покладистым
gifts, my
ведьмой,
dear.
того подарок утром ждет. А кто
You're lazy and
ленивый и
upset, please forgive this
грустил,
kind old man.
пускай он дедушку простит.
Maybe you won't
Лентяям и
encounter lazy bones and
грустяям
downers.
конфет не запасаем.
А я не
I'm not
ленилась.
lazy.
И о том
It's 2 right now.
знаю.
He gave us a long, evaluating look. His real face was hidden under the Grandpa Frost mask. I was just standing there, unblinking, my gaze glued to the old man. I could accept children living in the forest and fantastical jumps towards the moon, but seeing Grandpa Frost in his frozen castle left me completely speechless.
Есть у меня
Something
для
special for you
вас
two.
кое-что особенное.
Sack appeared in his giant hand. My nostrils got attacked by the aroma of cocoa, halva, and tangerines. Confectionery that originated from Persia, usually consisting of a thick paste made from flour, butter, liquid oil, saffron, rosewater, milk, cocoa powder, and sweetened with sugar. You know, maybe the kids did die because they were rude. Being rude to Father Winter is going to be deadly. Oh. It's a metaphor for predators impersonating a particular figure kids could trust. Well, yeah, and I also think like Anton being like essentially like groomed by the animals and then like encouraged to bring other people to be like victimized too is like it's a pretty like stark symbolism if that's what they're getting at.
Спасибо, но мы уже ели
Thank you,
конфеты.
but we've already eaten some candy. Grandpa Frost pierced me with his eyes. You call that candy? That was nothing.
Разве то конфеты были? Так, одно название. Вот у меня
That candy is special,
конфеты
straight from Neverland.
волшебные, прямиком из Небыляндии привезенные.
Из
From Neverland?
Небыляндии.
Сразу
I'd
бы
give them to you
вам
right away. You
отдал.
clearly deserve them.
Заслужили. Но есть
rules are rules.
правила. Надобно
You need to solve
вам
3 of Grandpa's
три
riddles. Want to try?
дедушкины загадки отгадать. Попробуйте.
Tried splitting my parched lips apart, but Oya was the first to reply. Oh no.
Тогда
Here comes the first one.
слушайте первую.
Oh, the music stopped too.
В нем живут
know, it's
машины.
It's a home for cars
и
and all sorts of tires.
хранятся шины.
Looked around at the masked children. They stood without moving the corners, but their shadows danced on the walls. I heard a low hum, and in my confusion, I thought it was the sound of their rumbling stomachs.
Гараж.
Верно. Теперь вторая
Now on to the second
загадка.
one. You try to solve it too,
Покруче,
Anton.
Антон. Весь день
All day long to the
ходит,
shadows they
как
belong.
тень,
They rattle the plates and hiss at their
посудой
mates.
гремит, на всех шипит.
My eyebrows shut up in confusion.
Мама?
Moms? Oya raised her hand.
Можно я? Можно
Can
я?
I? Can I? It's a kitty.
Верно.
Correct. Here's the last one. Solve it and the gifts are yours.
Последней загадкой и подарки ваши.
Oh, what a stroke of bad luck, my dear children.
Запамятовал
Completely forgot what the riddle was about.
О чем же была эта загадка? А может, наши друзья
Maybe our little
зверята
animal
нам
friends can help us.
подскажут?
Whoa. Children in costumes surrounded us, laughing and stomping, only to start spinning in a crazed roundelay. Somewhat reminded me of the dance under my window on that fateful night. Grandpa Frost sits on his throne, kids he's smiling back. Please don't make him wait too long. Come and open your old sack. Grandpa Frost burst out laughing, satisfied. Okay, you prove yourself to this old man. Here you go.
Получайте.
He scattered a mountain of sweets from his scarlet sack, some of which I'd never even seen in commercials before. Bubblegum of all shapes and colors with tasty aromas and inserts sticking out. It's like American candy? Because there's like Milky Way, Snickers. This is what it looks like. Twix. Kinder Eggs. Lollipops the size of a fist and tangerines the size of Olya's head. Also Snickers, Mars, Bounty Bars, and Kinder Surprise Eggs that we haven't eaten for so long already. Wow, thank you. Wiped away the tears of joy with my sleeve. My inner voice persuaded me to get rid of all doubts. That's a Wilkie mate. Yeah, my bad. This is exactly what I wanted for my sister and myself. The true Neverland without bullying and taboos. We're finally going to be happy. Grandpa Frost straightened up as he left his throne and threw his hands in the air over the treats. Animals that stood to his sides also raised their paws. Their eyes sparkled brighter than precious gems. The wolf's maw was wet with saliva. Feast, my children. Oh, this is so weird. Animal kids rushed to devour the candy one by one, pushing each other and growling. Their faces were smeared with something dark. Oya grabbed the closest candy and tore off the wrapper. I have to accept. What do you mean? I fished out the most tasty looking candy from the pile of sweets on the floor. I took a bite. Milk chocolate melted in my mouth. There goes the color again. I applaud your bold decision. Now it's time for you to play. Is it? Maybe it is drugs. I'll grant your deepest wishes. Let me lighten up your day. Oh. Anton, look. Oh no. My sister's face was smeared in chocolate and I was about to reprimand her. But words got stuck in my throat. A giant spruce shot toward the stars and disappeared somewhere in outer space, crowned by a giant moon. Giant balls shined on its branches and garlands of lights gleamed with all the colors of the rainbow. The roof disappeared and myriads of constellations sprawled on the night sky above us. Music, laughter, the smell of evergreen and sweets. Teddy, Wolfie, and Hootie dancing beside us. Snowflakes floating backward. Burst out laughing, touched the bushy golden tinsel. It was all real. Is that it? Are you talking about Neverland by any chance? Is this Neverland? Yeah, right? It sounds like maybe like the candy's the least. Lisa performed a theatric bow. Crystal balls gleamed and shimmered, and my soul shimmered in unison with them. It was becoming the magic winter forest, the soft evergreen, all of the constellations at the same time. It's like LSD or something. Welcome home. This is where my home always was. The snow sparkled, almost blinding me. Olya started spinning in a dance. She grabbed a candy with each of her hands. Wolfie juggled Kinder Surprise Eggs. Did you see that? Consoles, handheld games, dolls, and transformer figures lay under the spruce. They were brought here by trucks. Is this for us? By the way, in Soviet Union, Christmas wasn't allowed, so it was a New Year tree. Really? I realized I was also dancing, so I replied while moving.
Многовато для
It's a
нас
bit too much for
одних.
just the two of us.
Я бы
Let's
поделился
share it
с
with somebody.
кем-нибудь. А
What do you
ты?
think? Only if it's somebody nice.
Если с кем-то хорошим.
A group of children stood at the edge of the woods. Their enchanted gazes directed at our celebration. Hey! I jumped across the whole clearing and glided to the ground near them. Wanna come
Хотите
to
с
us?
нами?
Can we?
Спрашивайте.
Of course. Kids took each other by the hand and led their procession towards the gifts. There was no better feeling than leading someone on the road to their dreams. The holiday party was finally in full swing. And every holiday, just like in a beautiful apple, always sat a nasty little worm called transients. Yet here, under the bristly paws of a magnificent spruce, holidays never ended. The boy that disappeared? I don't know. I don't think so.
Ты счастлив, Тоша?
Are you happy, Tosha?
Я счастлив.
Up in the sky, majestic fireworks went off, illuminating the dancing figures. My eyes wetted and my muscles sprung up. I tilted my head backward to look at the moon and screamed at the top of my lungs from overflowing emotion.
Ты счастлив?
Are you happy, bunny? I jumped toward the stars and did a flip. All of Neverland could hear my scream. I'm happy. This is so weird. This is so weird. For the first time in the long days I'd spent in a new house, I woke up with a smile on my face. This time happiness had a tight grip on me. I stretched, enjoying the sweet sensation of every cell of my body. Outside I could hear the joyful chirping of beautiful red-chested bullfinches, who celebrated the bright January sun. Their chirping granted me hope that the naked forest outside my window would someday turn into a lush paradise for my parents and my little sister. His sister's gone. Corridors filled with, oh, what was it? Dog barks and the patter of tiny feet. The door to my bedroom flew open, greeting me with a warm breeze and the aroma of freshly made coffee. Olya stood in the doorway, shining with happiness, holding the cute Zulka, who wiggled both her body and her tail. Papa said she can stay. Tears of joy formed in my little sister's eyes. I have my own dog now. Couldn't help but jump up from bed upon hearing this wonderful news. A spy?
Ведь это же Жулька.
That's Zulka.
Сам ты жулька.
Zulka? No, her name is
Её
Princess.
зовут принцесса. Да, ваше высочество?
Right, Your Highness? The dog barked in agreement.
Тук-тук.
Can I come in?
Можно к вам?
Wow. Why are they happy? To my complete surprise, Dad stepped through the doorway, smiling and hugging Mom, which was outright bizarre.
Как тебе пополнение?
What do you think of our new family member?
Мне эта дуреха
This
под
idiot
колеса
threw herself onto my
бросилась,
car. I
еле
barely
вырулил.
avoided her. I feel like a freaking conspiracy theory, but Zulka was Lisa's dog first. I was thinking like the first kid that disappeared had some kind of animal. I was trying to think if the other ones had animals too.
Машину
Got my car
поцарапал, думал,
scratched. Thought I'd
голыми
choke her with
руками
my
удавлю.
own two hands.
А заглянул
Then I
в
looked her in the
глаза.
eye and there I saw,
Они
how should I put it?
такие, как бы,
Умные.
Intelligence.
во!
Yeah,
а
the
сама
poor thing was
дрожит
shaking all
вся.
over.
Ну,
And I
говорю,
said, oh,
ладно,
if
доедешь
you
со
manage to
мной
make it
до
home,
дома и
not
сиденье
soiling
не
my
обкатишь,
sheets, I'll
тогда оставайся.
seats, I'll let you stay.
Принцессы не гадят.
Princesses can't soil anything. We laughed in unison just like in the good old days, when every little thing could easily make us burst out laughing.
Чего замолчал?
Well, why did you
Давай,
stop?
продолжай.
Continue with your stories. Mom gave Dad a cunning look and he turned away, red as a beet. They were acting like total kids.
А еще из хороших
There's more
новостей.
good
Ваш
news.
папа
Your dad got a
получил
promotion.
повышение. Грешно, конечно,
Shouldn't exactly be
радоваться,
happy
ведь
about it
старший
since the
бухгалтер
chief
пропал
accountant went missing
все-таки.
and all.
Но, как
But, you know, for us,
говорится,
it's a silver
нет
lining.
худа без добра.
Это значит, тебя
Does that mean
чаще
you'll
не
be away
будет
from
дома?
home more? Okay, my first thought is like an adult left, right? And the father, like whatever, the Frost, he was an adult. So I wonder if he got taken.
Это значит двойную
That means
надбавку
double the
плюс
bonuses.
премии.
Правильно,
That's right,
Карина.
Karina.
Так что готовьтесь.
Means you all
На
should prepare for a
следующей
family trip
неделе
next
нас
week. To
всех
Disneyland? My heart started beating faster after those words. Ollie even loosened her grip on the stray. Are we going to McDonald's?
Скажешь тоже.
Come on,
Оль.
Ollie.
Бери выше.
Aim higher. We've
Мы
been
давно
planning this
уже
trip for a long
планировали
time,
эту
but something
поездку,
always
да
messed
все
it
не
up.
получалось.
Вы уж простите нас, ребятки.
We're so sorry about that, kids. Mom wiped away a tear with her fist.
Да ладно
It's
тебе,
okay,
Карин.
Karina. Now it's all in the
Все в
past.
прошлом. В общем,
Anyway, gather your things, we're
собирайте
flying to
чемоданы,
Disneyland.
летим в Диснейленд.
My sister and I jumped up to the ceiling with joy. The dog also got excited from that passionate speech and joined us.
Ура! Диснейленд! Диснейленд!
Our jubilant screams filled the house, rushed to the attic and the drain pipes, flew across the front yard and sneaked into the shining white forest, taking the scary D word away with it. Well, do you think that they're actually this is actually their house? Do you think they're stuck in the castle still? I swear that I'll remember this day forever. The day when my parents finally dropped their derisive masks, and underneath them were the faces of parents we always knew and loved. Is that thing of masks again? Lilia still hadn't returned to school after Katya went missing, so today I was able to get a good night's sleep and went to school when it was already bright outside. The trail led to a snow-white plain with blackened houses in the background. It pumped out gray smoke that carried the smell of birch and pine logs. The freezing cold of the night had finally let up. I fell into slumber into the early sunlight. Ice sparkles appeared on the white caps atop the houses. I stopped, confident that nobody could spoil my good mood today. Not even my personal tormentor. Not even the shining knife that threatened to cut me up like a dead fish. Not even the mix of disdain and pity in pulling his rare glances. All of that was left in the past, forgotten like a bad dream. All of that was gone forever. Cal let out a long moo somewhere in the distance. I fell out of my fleeting daydream and walked forward, crunching with the snow blanket under my soles. Fluffy clouds floated above my head. I recognized the friendly shapes of animal kids in them. Whoa. Suddenly a snowball landed on the back of my head. Girlish laughter that reminded me of a small ringing bell in the spring breeze tickled my ears. I turned around expecting to see her, my lovely guide into the dream world, my dear Lisa. And instead of a fox squirrel, Paulina stood on the trodden path behind me, their faithful violin case in hand.
Опять Петров
Got your head in the clouds again, huh? She lunged at me with contagious laughter, locking her arms around my neck. Just stood there in awe, drowning the sweet aroma of her perfume. Huh? Did something happen? She flashed me an embarrassed smile. I saw her cornflower-colored eyes gleam.
Дедушка мой,
My grandpa, he
он снова
can walk
может
again. Can you
ходить,
believe it?
представляешь?
She also has seen the kids.
Это даже
The
сельский врач
local doctor had
поверил.
no faith
А
in
он
him, but
будто
it's like he
назло
stood
ему
up and
встал и
started
пошел.
walking just to spite him.
О, это
This is the
самый
happiest day of my
счастливый
life,
день в моей
Anton.
жизни, Антон!
She dug her face deep into my chest, tightened her grip on my neck as if I was more than just a friend to her. Oh, okay, yeah, maybe it's... Maybe this is still part of his dream. I started looking around, anxious.
Полина, нас
Somebody
могут
could see
увидеть.
us.
Из-за
Are you
Пятифанова
worried about
беспокоишься?
Pyatvanov?
Брось ты это дело.
You're worried for
Его
nothing.
и след
He has not been
простыл.
seen for a while. Uh-oh. I cautiously parted with Paulina, trying to understand whether it was some sort of prank or the truth.
Ну ты чего, не
Wait, you
веришь,
don't
что
believe
ли?
me?
К нам вчера,
That
буквально
officer,
ночью,
Lieutenant
старший лейтенант
Tikhonov,
Тихонов приезжал.
Came to our house just last night.
Так и так, Бяша
He said that
потерялся,
Biasha, along with his
а
buddy
вместе с ним и
Romka, were
дружок
missing.
его Ромка.
A group of skiers glided past us straight into the forest. Paulina leaned in my ear, sharing her whisper with me, her eyes still locked on the skiers.
Как я поняла,
As
во
far as I
всех
know,
этих
Tikhonov suspects that
исчезновениях
all the previous
Тихонов
cases
подозревает
were
Пятифанова.
Pyatvanov's fault?
Да ладно.
No way.
Я сама в
I was shocked
шоке.
myself.
По слухам, у Ромки
There are rumors that Romka, well, not the deep
совсем
end.
шарики за ролики заехали.
That doesn't make any sense because their suspect was the guy with the bandage over his nose.
Да я, в принципе, и не
I mean,
удивлена.
I'm not exactly surprised to hear that.
Что ты
What
имеешь
do you
в
mean?
виду?
А ты не знал?
Haven't you heard? He's from
Он
a very
проблемный.
troubled family.
Даже думать не хочу, что творилось
I
у
didn't
них
want to
дома.
imagine what he'd been going through in their home. Mamka always seemed excessively aggressive to me, always angry at everyone without a good reason. Now the darkness that he harbored within it overflowed into the outside world and led multiple small innocent souls to their demise as well as his own. It was hard to believe, but the first time I laid my eyes on Romka, I thought that things would end this way.
Пойдем скорее, а
Let's
то
move or we're gonna be
опоздаем.
late. Polina grabbed my hand and started running along the village road, accompanied by joyful laughter. With every step, every laugh, and every joke, the warmth I thought I'd forgotten enveloped my heart more and more. The all-consuming feeling of falling in love came back to me, this time for good, it seemed. What? I tried letting go of Polina's hand in the classroom entrance, embarrassed that our classmates might taunt us. But it was as if Polina didn't care at all. She only gripped my palm even harder while opening the door. She was right. Now that the cunning Katya, the heartless Romka, and the sneering Biasha were gone, our class looked as if it was sanitized from parasites. It became friendlier and kinder. I didn't get looks overflowing with hatred anymore. There was nobody to spit a ball of chewed paper at me through an empty shell of ball pen. I sat at my lonely desk when Polina joined me. I wasn't surprised at all. She was so charming that I could call her my muse. A wave of inspiration hit me and I couldn't help but pull my sketchbook out of my bag. Right? That's what, yeah, it's like very empty. I licked the pencil lead, my eyes glued to my model. She smiled at me again.
Что ты задумал?
It's on your mind.
Спокойствие.
No worries, a
Работает
professional at work here.
профессионал.
I drafted the shapes of a mesmerizing figure.
Знаешь,
You know, I've
я
watched you
часто
from here
наблюдал за
often.
тобой
What the
отсюда.
fuck? She glanced at her former desk, then fixed a strand of hair behind her ear in embarrassment.
Правда?
Really? I outlined her cute cheeks in multiple wide lines. The first time I was able to grasp somebody's proportions so precisely.
Полина,
Что, Антон?
She froze in place, afraid of disrupting my work with one wrong move, dispelling the magic at the moment.
наклонись, пожалуйста, сюда.
Lean here a bit more, please.
Вот так, да,
Just
хорошо.
like this. Good. What the? Huh? Choking from anxiousness, Polina loosened the
Я
neckerchief.
всегда хотел тебя.
I always wanted to draw you. Our eyes met.
О, Антон.
Okay. My pencil slid across the paper furiously, adding the shading to her chest.
Скажи,
Say, would you
ты
like to become the
согласна
main
стать
heroine of my
героиней моего
comic?
комикса?
Pleasant shivers ran across her. What the fuck? She rolled her eyes back and raptured.
Да! Как долго я
Been
ждала
waiting
этих
for you to
слов,
ask,
Билл.
darling. The lead couldn't endure all the tension and cracked, bursting into a million pieces. Couldn't believe my eyes when I looked at the drawing. Oh, I got the achievement, Mr. Hyde. You became a monster. I was looking at a terrible daub, and the place where Polina's face was just a second ago now rested some sort of formless mess. Okay, that makes so much more sense. It took me some time to realize I was sitting alone in an empty classroom, with only the specks of dust flying in the moonlight as my company. It was dark outside. My classmates, Polina, the feelings of euphoria, all of them were gone. Somebody wrote down a nursery rhyme on the blackboard with a piece of chalk. Some of the words were wiped out, and I could only read bits and pieces. 1, 2, bunny, meat. I was no longer smirking like an idiot. I stood up, pinched myself on the wrist. A ringing silence engulfed me. There was a taste of vomit in my mouth. My ears buzzed like an endless scream full of despair and horror.
Эй,
Holy
кто-нибудь!
shit. Hey, is there anybody out here? So the question is this like what the place actually looked like? Or is he just hallucinating right now? Because like all this dust and cobweb makes it seem like this is like a really old building. Shadows swarmed in the corridor. I walked past boarded up classrooms, past the rotten spots on the walls, and silvery cobwebs. Holy shit. Oh, I bet some of these are developers. Spiders crawled into the ceiling. Lamps flickered anxiously. I stopped before the notice board, stunned. Hundreds of new photos were added to those of Semyon and Katina. Black and white printouts were glued on top of each other. The horrific collage of childish faces stared at me with empty eye sockets. Unable to endure the torturing stares of those watching, a watchful gaping holes, I ran out of the school. Holy shit. crossed the front yard and reached the road where the wind was whipping up powdery snow. No people, no cars, no birds. Low clouds got stuck on chimneys. Windows that looked like they were painted over with ink. Photos of missing people enveloped lampposts and fences like paper skin. Mostly kids, but some adults too. I feel like all the people who once lived in this village now became black and white ghosts, and the photos of the person missing lately. I dragged my feet along the dead street. Some houses had their windows smashed. The wind itself made itself home in there. Wandering the rooms, I just completely butchered that sentence. Is literally any of this real? Right? Well, it's like, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just like a hallucination. Every gust made the front door swing. You can hear my voice going out. Kids' coats hung from the fences. Their sleeves moved, stretched out towards me. An empty village, an empty husk. What happened here? An overthrown wasteman moving across the back alley. There's like wolf claws. Something flashed inside the window frames of the charred village store. I ran away from its city facade, then heard a guttural roar coming from the well. Started walking faster, trying not to pay any mind to the darkness inside the front yards, inside the bloody doghouse and inside the crooked shacks. The moon appeared from under the clouds. Something flew over my head in this draining silence, as if a crop duster flew from one roof to the other. A huge shadow loomed over me. I rushed to the right, hoping that I wasn't noticed. A small green house in front of me was my shelter. I pushed the gate, crouched and scampered toward the porch. Again, more claw marks. Tugged at the doorknob, the front door was open. Oh. A wheelchair rolled into the darkness, almost hitting me. Tumbled down the stairs, clanging with its wheels, and stopped near an apple tree. I followed it with round eyes and turned my gaze inside the house again. The corridor was obscured by the dark. Empty frames on the walls, glass shards on the floor.
Есть тут кто?
Is there anybody here? Polina's granddad. I heard growling in reply. From around the corner at the end of the corridor, a furry paw appeared, and after it, a scary beast face with a pair of burning eyes. A huge, overweight beast crawled out on its belly, writhing like a snake. It could barely fit inside the corridor's mouth. It squeezed forward, clawing at the floorboards. Its maws clanged like a bear trap inches away from my face. The beast got stuck. It banged its paws on the wall, spitting saliva in every direction. What? Okay, this has to be some bad trip, right? I turned around and needed to get the hell out of this nightmare. A hunchback owl, bigger than an average human, landed near the front gate and stood in my way. Its beak kept on clicking. A snow pile bulged nearby, and something reminiscent of a giant shrew crawled to the outside. I fell to my knees, praying to these eldritch creatures. A figure draped in a dirty fox scalp crawled out of a dark hole, smiling with all its teeth. Its tail dragged after it like a piece of vertebrae laced in torn sinews. The creatures' bodies became extremely distorted, and I decided I was going insane. They seemed small to me one moment, as small as a child, only to stretch higher than any of the desolate houses the next. Man-eating creatures towered over me. Something kept them writhing in their stomachs as looking for a way out. The longer they stared at me, the wider their twisted smiles, their death masks became. We had such a long feast, Elisa. The mutilated fox taxidermy mount licked its lips. Its tongue looked like a black centipede longer than my forearm. The nasty insect ran between the razor-sharp teeth and dropped into the bottomless pit that could swallow the whole world. Sweet meat, juicy meat. My early prediction was right. Bunny makes them all a meal, or whatever it meant. They ate the bunny. It made it seem like the bunny made them a meal. We devour it and like, stop. There's nothing human about their speech. It was all just animalistic growls and bird-like whistles. But I was able to understand every word as if we were speaking the same language. It's a shame you couldn't catch up with us, but you couldn't fight the moon. You stole my food, traitors. You refused to eat your family, remember? But pathetic meat and ruthless meat. You're absolutely useless, brother. You make me sick. And the scrambled horde peered to me with a laughing beast held their clawed paws toward me. Then suddenly the thing that pretended to be a fox started barking loudly. Fools, it's his time to bring the treats. Good for nothing. Let him fulfill his mission. We're waiting for some meat from you tomorrow night, or else. Or else we'll eat your entire family. Monsters formed a circle around me and started dancing. I screamed. Huge eyes, fangs, claws flashed in front of me, blurring into a string of colorful spots and sparks. 1, 2, time to play with you. 3, 4, 5, the owl will arrive. 6 on in, the wolf's great fur will stare at you. 7, 8, stop your pace and wait. A fox face protruding from the fuzzy lights that the beastly carcass is turned into. For the fox and for the bear. Funny, tasty meals prepared. Desperate cry, my cry, fumbled across the back streets of desolate village. I will prepare. The circle broke up and I ran for my life. I felt like I was running into a snare trap. My head was splitting, ugly images danced inside of it. Colliding, falling over, getting up and dancing again. They flapped their wings, poked my face with their beaks, and their salivating nose. They howled and jumped around, my eardrums were ready to pop, either from their screams or from the internal pressure that fractured my skull from within. My winter hat obscured my vision, it seemed like the whole sky tilted. Your roof was about to collapse. Snow crumbled from the sky like plaster. I ran through the empty streets, the icy world, chased by a pack of beasts. But I couldn't see anybody when I turned around. I shut my eyes and hopped away from the ritual dance that went on inside my flayed up mind. I squeezed my ears with my palms to suppress the noise. I just wanted to stop my head from cracking open. The sunrise found me deep inside the forest. Okay. So this is what I'm thinking so far, right? Is like the animals lured him in to like show him like, oh hey, like look how happy you are, look how great things are. Like look how fun this is. And once they got him, right? They showed him like the dream. And then they showed him a nightmare. Scared him into like agreeing that he's gonna essentially bring them somebody else. Huh. Wow. Okay. This game feels like a metaphor for grooming, sexual assault. Yeah, for real, it really does. Because essentially they're saying like, bring us somebody else, or we're gonna like fuck you up in your family. Whew.